Hi everyone, it's Thomas here, and welcome to our new fucking video. You might be wondering why I'm swearing. Well, that's because YouTube is a sack of shit, and won't let us mark our videos for general audiences anymore. Anyway, enjoy the fucking video, folks. Mavis and the Coaches. Toby was feeling ill, so Sir Topham Hatt arranged with the quarry manager for Mavis to take Toby's stone trains to the junction while he was being mended. Mavis was delighted. She loved traveling beyond the quarry, and there was always a fresh face waiting for her at the junction. One day, she arrived just as James panted wearily into the station. "Late again!" huffed Thomas. "Shut your gob!" snapped James. "These stupid coaches thought it'd be a great joke to run a hot axle box. Don't they know the importance of keeping to time?" The coaches were cross at James's comment, and so was Mavis. "Sounds to me like you don't know your coaches very well," she retorted. "Pah! What do you know? You're just a quarry diesel. You probably never even seen bogey coaches before. Go play with your trucks and leave the real work to us mainline engines." Mavis was livid. She watched angrily as James puffed smugly away. "Never mind," soothed Annie and Clarabelle. "He'll get what's coming soon." Little did they know just how soon was. The next morning, Mavis brought another stone train to the junction. As she waited for a road, James arrived with his local train. He looked as though in pain. James's driver jumped out of the cab, spoke to the station master, and then came hurrying to Mavis. "The station master wants to see you," he told her driver. Mavis's driver hurried away, and came back in a few minutes looking excited. "James's injector has failed, and since we're the only ones available, they want us to take his train. I said we would if the manager agreed. They telephoned, and he said we could." Mavis was ecstatic. "Well, come on then," she said giddily. She was quickly coupled up to the coaches as James limped into a siding. "Dear, oh dear," she purred. "I thought you knew the importance of keeping to time." The coaches giggled delightedly, while James just seethed in silence. Soon, the guard blew the whistle, and Mavis pulled proudly away. Mavis was having a lovely time, but she was starting to feel the strain. The bogey coaches were heavier than she had been expecting, which, on top of her slow speed, made it difficult to keep to time. "Never mind," she thought. "The passengers will surely understand if I'm a few minutes late." But they didn't. When Mavis arrived at Crosby's station, they poured out of the coaches and began complaining to the station master. "Crush!" she exclaimed. "I'll make up the time. Just let them wait." When at last it was time to start again, Mavis set off with a jerk. "Oh!" wailed the coaches. "Be careful!" But Mavis paid no attention. On time," she muttered as she picked up speed. Though it was a futile effort, Mavis continued to bucket along in hopes of making up her lost time. Soon, she could see Wellsworth Station in the distance, where Emily was waiting to take the train the rest of the way. On time, panted Mavis, revving her engine for good luck. Then, she coughed, flattered, spluttered, and stopped, just outside of the station. "You've run your tank dry," said her driver. "We should have filled up at the last station, but you were too fussed about keeping to time." Then came the sound of the passengers starting to complain again. "So much for on time," muttered the coaches disdainfully. Mavis's face went red with both fury and embarrassment. Emily came to take the train to the station. "Never mind," she said. "You did well for your first time pulling coaches, even if you ended hard up in a clinch." Emily took the train on while Mavis refueled her tank. She trundled slowly home, hoping no one had heard of her in Dover. But as she arrived at the junction, James grinned smugly. "Well, well, well. So much for knowing about the importance of keeping to time, and fancy you not knowing your coaches very well. I am surprised." James chortled at his wit as Mavis growled away back to the quarry. But for a long time afterwards, she remained unusually quiet about the topic of coaches.